Morning, guys. Yeah, I'm on YouTube this morning, guys. If you want to hop over, a bit late notice. Apologise for that. Completely forgot. Completely forgot. But if you want to jump on them over on YouTube's, the old YouTube's, you gotta bear with me. We got Frank on today. For people who want to listen to the same music, you can do. That's the link for it. If anyone wants to read today's daily plan, so I don't have to regurgitate myself, you can grab your daily plan right there. Yeah, you get after hearing me shout this morning. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. When your bushes have got to be trimmed, your bushes have got to be trimmed. You know what I mean? When your bushes have got to be trimmed, your bushes have got to be trimmed. So going into today's session, as broken down very, very briefly, yeah, he's getting some boosh. He's trimming those hedges, isn't he? He's getting his fix on. Looking for slightly higher prices at the moment. So took a little short with the London crew this morning. We had our analyst Jamal on this morning going through London's PA, beautiful long back up in towards this premium, which is where we find ourselves. And then just traded a sweet pre-830 from mitigation up on this high side of our X levels M5 Prem. Anticipating higher prices, however, I am bearish on the day. So I'm okay with us coming and taking out this high, wicking it, but I don't want to see us close above this high on the hourly today. So we're up around 76 is where I have an interest, which is going to get us back inside an hourly on the premium. So just looking for us to consolidate today, CPI, PPI tomorrow. We have a void up at 34. But just took this little short at the open, right up on this high. Took a late entry, missed the mitigation by 2 ticks. For me personally, I was including the tail, chop off the tail if you want to make sure that you're in the trade. So flip short inside of here to go long, basically get it back down into a 5-minute fair value. So just playing in alignment with anticipating a sweet pre-830 leading into this current PA. So one thing that can happen is obviously we run up into these highs and we get a discount of this range, wherever this forms. Potentials for longs to drive price back up into a premium. Flip side of that, we're looking for shorts. For me, starting at 63, working all the way up to 83. So I'm inside of here is where I want to be short today. If we break through that, moving to the sidelines, I've got no interest for continuation on the highs today. But if you've been reading the daily plans all week, 21,700 was our goal, which we've accomplished, and then we've essentially performed a T-GIF on last week's PA this week. So on Friday we didn't complete a T-GIF, whereas we've gone and done it at the start of this week, Monday. And we've got ourselves all the way back down to an X levels premium on the weekly. So bounced the X levels on the low this morning. Beautifully done with Jamal and going outside this higher time frame discount. X levels on the hourly, just driving price back up into a higher time frame premium. Anticipating consolidation ahead of CPI PPI. So for me at the moment, I'm currently looking up towards 76. I want to see slightly higher prices. I want to see them induce retail into moving higher, and then we're looking for essentially a New York AM session reversal. Even though we have already come back to, I believe, 50%. Yeah. So again, if you're bullish on a buy day, that's where you'd be looking to go long, which is essentially what's just taken place. I didn't take that entry because I'm macro short and I was trading shorts. Let's have a look. Get this chart back. Yeah, so looking for slightly higher at the open. 76 is where I'd have an interest. Just wicking out this higher. If we start moving through that, I'll move to the sidelines. Aye. I'm like, Frank, there's no... You haven't even got any... there's no leaves out there, mate. It's leaveless. What's wrong with you? Just loves that hedge blower. He's one of those guys, he's just got to look busy, you know? Just got to look busy. So if I was looking to trade this as a Judas and this was my high, I'll be looking to frame shorts off this high. However, I still want to see higher prices. If you're still holding from this morning short, which was up on mitigation, right? So this range up inside of our X level prem, low, high, break a structure, 50% is your entry. Be my guest and hold runners. However, I terminated at fair value. Only have one contract because of the reasons I've mentioned. Still looking for higher prices. So you have to just stay patient. No news today. Zero. See where ES. So ES has now gone through that BPR. So look on the 4. Yeah, so this little 4-hour candle, I don't love it, I'm gonna be honest with you. Not that I use the 4-hour, but so on the high we'd have an H1 to M5 on ES. So keep an eye on ES up at 79 and then see where NQ is at the same time. Alright, so if ES wants to continue piling up into this, this is where I'd be looking to go short. So I have an alarm set on ES going into the H1 to M5. My H1 to M5 model for those who don't know. But first port of call is literally going to be looking for a little TS on this H1 high, which is going to get us into a 5-minute 88. It's going to be around 53. My buck stop today, upper quad of this H1 Bissy from Friday. So I want to see higher prices before we move lower. Did anyone trade the buy day entry there? Red pillars, just out of interest. There's me hammering on. Oosh. Decent. I can't believe there's 2 weeks until Christmas. Mental. Not even ordered the turkey yet. That's on my to-do list this week. So that's your mitigation on the high. However, I'm still looking for higher prices. I'd only take that entry if I was confident on that higher holding. However, I'm looking for higher still. We haven't even got into fair value on the hourly yet. Pardon me, sorry. If you were looking at that, you could look at that as potential DST, delayed SMT, red pillars. It's too high risk for me though. On that high, DST. So there's a number of opportunities for this. There's either pulling back into a discount of this range at the open when it comes in, if it doesn't take out that high, to come and work it out this high, or if it breaks and violates this low, look for a discount of this range, your London dealing range, or your London the range of the day, sorry, not London range. Look for a discount which will sweep out this week low for a pullback. Alternatively, looking for price to get up into our POI, which for me is up at 76, to then work out back towards 50% of the daily range. So that's currently what I'm looking at. I'm looking for higher prices to then work back into 50% of the daily range. So if we get up into yeah, like 76, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, guys. 76. Which would wick out this H1 high, get back into the hourly prem on the X levels. Essentially looking to take it back down to 507. So if we look at projected range, the projected range is essentially the same as this 15-minute DR. It's essentially your projected range. From that low, so you can see how we're just bouncing. We're not quite there yet. Let's go 50% to right up into the high. So for me, I'd still, if it gets above here, it's more likely it's going to push out for that liquidity. All right. Pardon me, sorry. Let's have a look around Jamal. Yeah, exactly. Buy day pullback for a buy day bullish continuation. Yeah. If you get pulled back into this wick, essentially. Three OBs and a fair value gap, so high probability fair value gap. It's a whole site number. That's anything I don't like about it. So it's 21.5. Ugh, horrible. You'd have to dump straight off the open for that though. But yeah, if you are going to trade a short Jamal, it's definitely wise utilizing that as a place to pay yourself. Amen. Amen. How long we got? So we got DOS minutes, no pressure, no time. We got all day to find a trade. Today's are the conditions where it's likely to be a little bit difficult. You got CPI, PPI tomorrow. You had a huge range day yesterday on no news. Okay, so you don't need to force it today, right? If you're inside RP, you got my CPI and PPI model to deploy tomorrow. Mechanical rule based. All right, where we are right now is in between the shitsville, right? So in between my X levels, okay, we're in Chop Sueyville, right? So don't feel like you have to force an entry. Patience. Bum, 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 bum. Calmness. Deep breaths. Keep an eye on DST on this low. All right, make sure you pay yourself. Make sure you pay yourself back inside this right here. So what I was talking about this morning, so looking for a pullback into this range for a long, right? So pay yourself back inside of here, flip this over. This 1 minute DR, you're looking for price to drive out of the high on your runner. DST on the low for red pillars on this low with ES. Bum, 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 bum. ES dumped. Be careful here on NQ. I'm just going to close I'm just closing my trade out there. So if anyone took that long, I just closed it out there because of what ES is doing here. So if you did take that long from the discount of this range that we were talking about pre-open, make sure you paid yourself there. I've simply closed it because of what ES has just done here. I personally still want higher prices for short on NQ. So I'm not going to chase in this short here. I don't like this high enough for a short. I want slightly higher prices. So that's my trade right in here. So just a little scalp. So 21,509 up to 21.24, and then partial out. Last position at 31.75. Literally just trading a schematic. Bum, bum, bum. Anybody capture this long? And bold it. I traded on the base of DST on the low of DS at that time, which was on the 931 candle. That was my entry on that low. And ES took that low. Come on, give us a bit higher. Give us a bit higher in key. G. Yeah, bet out now. Good stuff, Rambo. Well done, mate. Just a little scout for me. 09 up to 31. Didn't want to hold it. Didn't want to hold it because of ES. So essentially using ESTS. Delayed SMT. Absolutely beautiful. Keep going, NQ. Let's burn these shorts. Let's burn them. Bum, 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 bum. ES has to hold 660.25 or this thing is about to fucking rip. Dumps her. Should be a 3 dries on the low on the 1. So that's just gone in gap filled today. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful on NQ. Jesus Christ. Somebody stop me. So ES is gap filled, NQ hasn't. So anticipating high prices for them to dump. New York AN session reversal inbound. Stop trying to call me. So that's just giving you 50% of RTH. If you want to start adding in, it's entirely up to you if you want to start scaling in now. I'm personally looking for 76. So I'm going to parlay in at 67 though. So this is X levels prem. Didn't mean to do that. My precious and my brothers. Absolutely, honestly, beautiful. I can't tell you how beautiful this is. The amount of people who will be shorting this is unreal. Patience. So we're now in the grounds for a short. So that's 50% of that Sibi I was referencing. I still want to stab up into this hourly, which is 67. What have we just done on that high? What time is it now? 9:44. Look for 9:50, 10:10 macro. Sold that way too early. Sold my long way too early. This is essentially why I wanted to terminate my long here, but ES put me right off that. They shook me out of that well and good. But right in here is where you're looking for shorts now. So like an amazing rebound on ES. So if you essentially just reverse engineered what I said in terms of that has to hold. Key monster. Bum, 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 bum. You're gonna have to die here and keep. Bum, 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 bum. That high has got a hold for me, so that high on that 90 candle, that little trigger you've got on that high, it's got a hold. Otherwise we're going up to 600. Time is it 950 1010 macro. It reeks like it wants another stab up here. Bum, 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 bum. So we got the gap open, right? So obviously the objective is going to be to get it back down into the gap today, which is going to give us our new own session reversal. So for the ones who are on from this morning, it depends where we get to. I'm going to allow it to go up to 606 for me. But first port of call is going to be to get it back inside 518. So that's going to be 50% of the daily range. So back down at 518. We've got 10 minutes left on this hourly candle. So it may want to have one more stab higher. We're gonna. So we've actually closed that 5 now. So you've now got a. You've now got a new 5-minute DR. So be mindful of a discount of this 5, which is going to get you back into 50% of the daily range. Which is... which is all the way down at 18. Who's in the short? Who's in the short? Who's in the short, baby? Let's go. Let's fucking go. Should be 50 points for you if you're in that. Make sure you're scaling en route. Also looking for it to get back down to 50% of the daily range and a gap fill. Good stuff, Steve, mate. Well done. Anyone else in this? What did we say in this morning? We don't mind if it wicks to the hourly. We don't want it to close above. So, good stuff, Andy. Well done, mate. Told you, I had to say patient. 76 is what we were looking at, right? What's it gone up into? 90. So... No, didn't mean to do that. Guys, that is, if you've got in at 76, you've got over 30 points there. So make sure you're paying yourself, guys. We're looking to get it back down into 1850 is what we're looking for. 50% of the daily range. All right, but you got to be mindful of the premium on the 5 here. Okay. Let's just have a look at the 1. So the 1 and the 5 is the same. When it's that side, you look at the 15. So the 15 is going to take us all the way back down to take it out this low and get towards a gap fill. Okay, it's going to take us back down essentially into the hourly discount. And so your first point of call is paying yourself inside a discount of this 5, and then you're going to be looking at 1925, then a gap fill. All right, but make sure you're paying yourself en route. Are we getting some yeets or are we getting some yeets up in here? Yeet some. That's what we do. Bosh. Bosh. Yeets indeed. It's what we do all day, every day. Yes, sir, baby. Get some. So for anyone who's taken this, well done, really well done. Being super clear. What did we say about the opportunity you had to take trades today? Wait for price to get back up into this low to this high for a discount to trade up into the highs. Wait for a new end session reversal, looking for us to get up into 76. Not minding us wicking the hourly high, not wanting us to close above for a new end session reversal. We're now looking 50% of daily range and a gap fill. What more do you want, guys? Literally, what more do you want? You want me to press the buttons for you? So you want to pay yourself inside of here. So this is back inside of a 5-minute discount. So what can happen inside of a 5-minute discount? We can get offset. All right, what is offset? Where price goes and sweeps those who are chasing price. Have you noticed you had none? You tell me, guys, where your little 2022 OT traders are, where your inverted fair value gap traders are. Fuck no, we're right at the highs, baby. It's what we do. That's what we trade. This is what we trade. Get some. Right, there you go, ladies and gents. There you go. I'm Bilbo bagged. So there's my trade. 76 all the way down to 24.24. Took it slightly early there, back inside with discount. Look, 18 would be your target if you're looking to be really hyper precise, but I'm not going to fight over a few handles. So there you go, guys. Now you're just holding. Your next position is you're holding to get down into a gap fill. I'm just going to take you all the way down to 74. And then beyond that, you're just going to have fun with you're going to have fun with blood. You're just holding runners at that point. Guys, if you found value this morning or you have bagged with me, God, would it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if you smashed a like? Wouldn't it be kind of you? It would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Or if you don't like me and you don't like my streams, what are you doing here? Get out of here, boy or girl. And so if you don't like my stream and you like me, then well, you're just an asshole. All right, it's just true facts. All right, 9 of you. Amen. Jeez Louise. We've got some people waking up. Yes, sir. Can we get to double figures? Oh my God, we've hit 10. Oh my God, can you believe it? We've hit 10. 10 likes, and we've literally called the high of the day. And we're about to call over a 570 down to 470, 100-point trade, and we're about to get 11 likes. We've got 11 likes. Oh my God. 13 likes. Unlucky number. We can't leave it at 13, guys. We can't leave it at 13. Surely it's unlucky. There we go. Thank you. We'll do it. We'll handle 14. 14's all right. 14's not so bad. So there you go, guys. Oosh, take off your line, share, baby. That's what we do. Posh. That's what we do. Are you content or are you content? So where can you get a bounce? Right here. Right, but you're bearish. You're holding for a gap fill. You're not interested in these secondary entry villies, right? These Twitter traders who are going to be now looking for their secondary entry, right? We now wait. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I mean, look at it. Beautiful. 76 down to 26. That's what we do. Get some plain view. Love that. Oosh. Not just a popcorn eater. Executing. Plain view, beautiful. Steve-O. I don't know if my voice is soothing. Is my voice soothing? I don't think it is soothing. Most people say I've got an aggressive voice. I've got an aggressive tone. That's the Englishness in me. The Southern Englishness in me. I wish I could speak more like a, softy. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We are going to hold for terminus now. Keep holding. This is where you might like to trim some positions. No, you're not. You're going to get in. You're going to pay yourself at mean threshold of the daily range. You're going to hold for RTH gap fill. That's what you're going to do. Because I said so. But you're going to anticipate price to offsetty accumulatey, which is what it's doing right now. Okay, so again, if you were not long and you were short, or you were short but you weren't long, well, this is, or you haven't taken a trade, this is where you could take a little scalp skis. You would think I write the markets, wouldn't you? You would think I write them. I don't. I promise you I don't. Or am I? I don't know. Do I? Do I or don't I? You tell me. First trade today scaled in at 40, small, then bigger at 1776, one runner left. I mean, Joe, come on, man. It's got to be celebrated, bro. I mean, you got slightly, you went slightly early at 40, I'm not going to lie, but, we'll let you off. But come on. The key is to learn how to scale. If you're going to scale, you've got to know how to scale into a trade. You've also got to know how to then scale out of one. That is scaling out of a position. You're still holding for a gap filling. If price runs your high, you move to the sidelines. But you are paid. Paid before Mr. Secondary Entry gets into his trade. By the way, this is where you do not enter. Do not go near price in here. Right? Okay, this is where your secondary entries are now desperate to find an entry. They're like, oh my God, where do I get in on this? Oh shit. What am I looking at? This inverted fair value gap? Should I go fair value? Should I take the lower quad? Should I take, what should I take, guys? Should I take the upper quad? Should I wait for a fill? Should I just stick my stop above this high, an arbitrary high? Oh yeah, that's a great trade. That's a fucking great trade, that, isn't it? Yeah, let's just whack in a short here. Let's go like that, and let's hope we get down here. Yeah, great trade. Hell no. If that's what gets your socks off, we ain't cut from the same cloth. We want to be in right here. Lion share paid. Oosh. Anticipate offset accumulation. Twitter. Jerking off over there, IVGs or FIVGs, right? And then we trade continuation. But we're paid, lion share. So if price fails, who gives a fuck? We're paid. But Mr. Twitter, who's desperately trying to find his little IVG, is, and he loses, well, he's fucked, isn't he? Well, we're not. We're paid. Difference. Levels, baby. There's levels to trading. Turtle suits are elite. We're in our own elite class. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. So again, if price sweeps this high, that is going to be me. Addy. The last point of interest for shorts would be 606. But I have no interest retrading. That's going to be my one and done today. So who's billboed? Who else we got? Let's have a look. So we got Joe who took it. Jamal is the new king of soothing voices. Yeah, Jamal and his dulcet tones. Plainview, good stuff. Wise trader, well done again, X. We haven't, not tooting the hoot too much. Not wanting to toot the trumpet too much. But I don't think we've actually had a missed day since the start of December. Genuinely, I don't think we've missed a day. It's pretty crazy shit. Especially if you read the daily plans, which are written at 4 o'clock every morning. You can't fake that. ICT Auto Edge, Steve-O, good stuff, mate. Plainview, good stuff. Smurfo, yeet. What else we got? Time to Shine. Brian Beaupierre, that's a cool name. Good stuff, Brian. But beautiful stuff. Well done, guys, for those who took it. We got up to 17 likes. We got a full house today. Oosh. Sexy shit. So essentially exactly what we were looking for. Price to pull back into this range as an option to go long, and then we're looking to New York AM session reverse right down into our terminus. You can't ride it, baby. Anticipating offset accumulation. Next step would be to hold for a gap filly. Good stuff, Mark. Well done, mate. Welcome to Red Pill, bro. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. go. Tune. All meanwhile, we're listening to absolute bangers. So I'm basically gonna allow it to go up to 606 for my runners. So basically anyone who's trying to secondary entry in here, wick them out but not wick us out. So this is where you just need patience, guys, right? Because we're anticipating this choppity suey because of CPI, PPI tomorrow after a huge range day yesterday, right? Potential for an inside day. So a gap fill would be our stretch target, which is going to take out this weak low. If we can get down to that, absolutely beautiful. But likely to come and wick the high and then want to go and wick the low. That's currently what I'm looking at. So basically, let's play liquidity sweep on this high. So sweep this high and then work out, sweep this low. So this is the new 5-minute DR that we have here. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Is that gap on the high filled? Yeah, it filled. So it's just ES on that high, wasn't it? Yeah, got a little. Be mindful if you're going to keep trading on today. Just be mindful of this H1 to M5 on the high, which is all the way up at 79. 79. Sorry, mate. So my buck stop on this today is kind of actually already really gone through it. My appetite for shorts is waning considerably. So this SIBI in here, that's all balanced. So I don't want to see it back through into that. You see this accumulation inside this. I don't want to see it back through that. So the only thing we have is this OB, which is just below it, which gives me essentially mitigation of this range, which is 0.9. So that's what I'm okay with it going up to. If it goes to that, I'm done. So basically, if we break this 15, I'm done. All right, so I'm okay with it coming up and to mitigate this, but I don't want to see it back through this. This is all balanced. So I'm okay with it coming up to 0.9, but that is it. And we're going to be looking for price to come and take out this low. Just doing the old whipsaw. I'm just going to go back the other way, guys. We're going to go back the other way, baby. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Into my bag. That is not an OBR, by the way. For people who are thinking that was an OBR, it's not an OBR. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's get some. Sing it. Oh. Yeah. What time is it now? So coming. So next macro is sort of really a 10:30 macro, which should be a sweep on liquidity for those who are holding the bag. So see where we are. See if this can hold into the next 15. If it piles through that 15, I'm done, by the way. So it would have to hold within the next 15 minutes. Has to hold this mitigation on this high, or that's going to be me done for today. But beautiful trade this morning, guys, for those who took it. Oosh, if that's your little one and done today, happy days. Get some. I just want to see if I can get a another leg down to this gap fill. Just playing with profits. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. I swear this kid doesn't miss. Die. So that's a new 5-minute DR you got there. So the same principles. Looking for a break on the one back to a 5-minute discount. So the same thing, you'd be looking for it to come all the way back into this busy as low-hanging fruit. And then you're looking for a gap beyond that. The gap fill. So look at our little, drag this little chestnut across. Oh shit. So, mitigation. It can still, if it wants, go one leg higher. It still wouldn't put me off. Bum 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 bum. That's why it didn't. bum 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 bum. Go on, give us one more stab. Go on, I dare you. Give us one more stab. Bum 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 bum. So close. So close. What time is it? So 10:16. Not quite 10:30 yet, but you have to be patient. But the right way we want it to reject. Might be scabby for the next 15 minutes. But essentially this is where you want it to be. So you don't want to see it above that 15 that I mentioned. So this here's all balanced. So I don't want to see it up into that. Well, not that. This where's it gone? Basically through mitigation on this. So mitigation can go from 10 to 775. So basically, I don't want to see it through 16. I don't want to see it back up into this. So your first objective, you're going to be looking to come and take out this low on this 1 minute candle. This is going to be your objective. So if you just wanted a little scalp trade, that's what you'll be looking for. If it goes through this, I'm done for today, guys. That'll be me for today. So, but beautiful little 60 or 70 odd point trade this morning if you were around for it. So now just looking for, just using some profits from that to see if I can capture another short. Just looking for the 10:30 macro to come sweep out those who are holding the bag. Let's go, baby. Oh. Get it. Anybody backing on this? Anyone backing on this short? Who's with me? Who wants to make money today? Hands up. Who wants to make money? Who wants to print? You let me know. Well, I'll go back in my cave. Should we get some yeets? Are we doing it again or are we doing it again?
He's heating up! He's heating up!
He's heating somebody up! Call the fire brigade!
Yeah, baby. That's what we do. Super green today. This Discord rocks. Glad you referenced Leopard, who referred me. Yes, it does. Oh, I've got some claps. Thank you very much. Oh, and some drum beats. Yeah. Time to bring out the lobsters.
Yeet!
Oh god, have you seen that? Have you seen those things like on like TikTok and what have you, where they like you got people who are on stream and then you got like these things that they basically tip them to do shit. It's so freaking weird. It's unbelievable. It'd be like wah, wah, wah. I randomly came across one. I was like, what on earth am I watching? It was like this Chinese girl and she was like going wink, wah, 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 boink, 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 boink. But she, honestly, you can't stop staring at it. You're like, what am I watching? Unbelievable. But people are literally chucking money at this girl to these random things every time, like these different signs and shit whenever they tip her. It's so weird. I'm like, what is this world come to? so weird. It's so weird, but honestly, the stream was like, I saw it and it was like 4 hours. So she was doing this thing for 4 hours. Like, what do you do for a job? Yeah, I go, wank, wank, ding, ding, dingy, dingy, ding, on stream all day. It's wild. So, yeah, we're not gonna go down that slippery slope, even though we've got the lobsters. And we got the bars! And we got the yeets! We're not going to stoop to that low, guys. We're not going to stoop to that low. Anyways, almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there where you're going to take your little Bilbo Baggos. And then we're going to be 3 for 3 for today. And then we're going to count our blessings. We're going to say we're starting to overtrade in a December. And we're all gonna go. We're gonna go do something else. Do something else. Watch it go and rip 1,000 points now. Don't you fucking dare, son. Stop swearing. Stop swearing, X. So that low is 71.75. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is. Yes, ma'am, it is. Yeah. Oh, dear. If anyone, is anybody red today? Is anybody red on this stream? Be honest with me, because we'll have a private chat, because something is going horrendously wrong if you are red today and you've been on this stream. Anybody red? Hands up if you're red. Or do we only do greens on this stream? You let me know. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. Dear. What am I talking about? Shut up, X. It's end of the year. I'm tired. I'm jaded. Ready for a break. Well, go on. Just give us that low. Stop blue ballsing us. Stop blue ballsing us. We've got things to do, people to see. So technically speaking, that's swept a bag. However, I'm being greedy and wanting this flat low. So using the 1030 macro to sweep the low. Oh. Ah, baby. Gates on. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Ah, posh.
Oh, thank you. Oh, who remembers that sound? Who remembers that sound? Who remembers that sound? Just took some off there, just so I don't get absolutely slapped in the face. Still holding runners though. Don't want to be caught with my pants down over trading. Ladies and gents, you think I don't trade with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is one of my accounts. Oosh. Do we trade the highs and the lows, and do we trade the highs and the lows? You tell me. Let's go. There's your low. Thank me later. There is your low. So now you're just holding. You are literally just holding for the rest of the day for a gap filly. Okay, you're just holding for the rest of the day for a gap filly, which is going to take you down to 78 if you want to be snazzy about it. Are we good or are we good? There we go. So we've accomplished our objectives. We've got down. We swept out that low. We shorted the New York end session reversal. You could have bounced this if you wanted to, but we were short, so we didn't. You had this long inside of this before the open, which you could have traded. Yeet. So as I say, I can teach you how to trade every single swing if you want me to. It's up to you though. It's entirely up to you. But beautiful stream this morning with Jamal. Really nice, mate. Well done. Good stuff. So I hope you found value for those who are on the stream this morning, or if not, you traded with Jamal this morning. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? And then you caught some trades with me this morning. $18 likes. Oh my God. Princeville. Sir Princelot of Princeville. That's what we're on. We're on the stream of Princeville. Or Prince Lothian. You Americans won't know what I'm talking about. Princefordshire. Princefordshire. $18 to $21 ain't bad, is it, mate? It's above average. Oh, 19. Jesus. Imagine we had a negative offset. So there was like 20 likes and there was 19 people on the stream. Man, whoa. Mine would explode. I don't know how I'd handle that. But yeah, beautiful stuff today, guys. I highly suggest you go back through this stream and rewatch it. But now you're just submitting to price. Yes? Are we just submitting to price, or are we submitting to price? What's our plan? You tell me, guys. Are we going to submit and we're going to go for a gap fill? We're going for a gap fill, right? This is where you just submit to price. You've got your entry. You've got your target. You've analyzed price. You've got your entry. You've waited patient for it. Now don't choke it. You're holding for a gap fill. 21,478. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. All right, so if you get shaken out in these little pump fakes, you're a scalper. You're a Dave FX. Nothing wrong with Dave FX, but you're a scalper. All right, your job is to trade the range, the daily range, 100 points, 60 points, 150 points. That's what we go for, right? Not the. We don't take bites out of a sandwich. We want the whole sandwich. Do you know what I mean? We want the entire sandwich. Every last little crumb. Right? That's what we want. So, sensible place to pay yourself back inside 5-minute discount if you so please. Break on a 1, back to a 5. Could offset from here. Still holding runners for a gap low, but sensible place to pay yourself. Sensible place to pay yourself. Right? So simply using the power of X levels, guys. If you're wondering how I'm doing this sorcery, X levels. Welcome to the world of X levels. The method I developed for dealing ranges. Anybody got a question? Because I feel like I'm talking a lot of trash. I feel like I'm going slightly off piste. I feel like I'm losing myself. It's from what? Me losing my marbles? Me losing my marbles? See, offset accumulation. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. Sensible place to pay yourself, right? Back inside of a 5-minute discount. Okay, so who remembers what I was talking about in terms of my discretionary trading approach? Who remembers? Quickly, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go into Red Pill Trading, go into the study zone, go into discretionary trading, and go and read that. Hello, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What could happen right now? Hello, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What could happen right now? No. If you were bearish, right? You got to have your draw. So what would do that? What would be your bearish? No. Yeah, but consider my discretionary trading. Go into the study zone and go and study discretionary trading and flip it for bearish, because I think the examples are in there bullish. Let me have a double check. Oh shit. By the way, we've got new channels, guys. We've got leaderboards for NQ and MNQ, so it's not just ES now. So if you do happen to take a monster trade today, do get it inside that channel and you will become a equal bounty. You'll become an equal jammy dodger. We want a pack of jammy dodgers. We want them all. What am I doing? I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, schematics. No, studies on. Where the hell did I put it? Oh no, it's in someone tell me where I put discretionary model. Discretionary model. It's in it's inside the study zone. So yeah, flip that for bearish. Right. Yeah, I've seen the leopard is now teaching my my stuff. He's now gone and started teaching it himself. I was like, Jesus, that was quick. Fucking take me on a date first, Leopard. Jesus. So yeah, you've now got a breaker block on this high. So essentially, you'd be looking inside of here. You want to see this hold for continuation. If you're using my discretionary, you guys will know what you're doing, and then you're going to target this low. Yes, sir, you are. Which ties into us going for a gap fill. All right. Which ties us going for the gap filly. So now we're just holding runners. There's nothing else to do. Do not enter inside of here. You are called a TWAT. That's honestly what you call someone who enters inside of here. It's like their official name. It's in the dictionary. What is a twat? Somebody who enters in between the X levels. I'm gonna petition that we get that inside of a dictionary. Can you imagine? I want a word in the dictionary. Let's make up a word. So you just got, honestly, this is where you just got to submit to price now. Okay, you got to sit through this chop. You got to sit through. Yeah, Andy, exactly offset. You got to sit through price consolidation, type price distortion. Right, we've had both sides of the market or taken out here. Oosh. Right, on a day when we're anticipating chop. Ultimately, our objective is to come and take out this low and get a gap fill. So if you're still with me and you've got an account with runners, we're going for this low. We're going for a gap fill. We do not want to see price back through mitigation. All right. So our very high, where we got our stops, is above 15. And we're holding runners. Okay. So we're in, paid, offset, runners, terminate. Right? This is versus Twitter today. If 2020, not if 2022, 2022 model, boo-boo, that went well, didn't it? Inverted fair value gap, boo-boo, that went well, didn't it? That's where we got in, boom. Oh, what about this? What about this inverted fair value gap? Oh, that went well, didn't it? Boom, that's where we got in. Okay, difference between a primary entry and a secondary entry. Primary, this is all secondary, right? This is what we trade. Primaries, low risk, massive RR, scale out, because we're trading with no confirmation. But our monetary risk is far smaller than perceived risk. So all of your Twitter traders trade with the principle of perceived risk, i.e. I need a change in the state of delivery, I need a break of structure before I can trade. Fucking horse shit. Absolute horse shit. Right? Because your risk, which is what I'm interested in, pounds and pence, right? The stuff that goes in your pocket, is much wider. So I don't care about perceived risk. I'm interested in risk from a Jewish perspective, which is money, right? So I want to be in right up here with a tiny ass fucking stop, and I want to pay myself with no drawdown right? And then I want to either scale in if I'm confident on my high, or my stops stay up here, pay myself. My stops are still up here. Mr. Secondary Entry is in here somewhere. Look at my stop. Look at his stop. And he still got stopped out. Right? So, understand that difference between monetary risk and shitty perceived risk. Right? And you extrapolate that over the course of a year, and the consistency and profitability is far higher than this secondary entry nonsense. Also, it helps you avoid tilt, because you don't mind taking like a, you know, like $180 or $300 hit, right? Who cares? Right? But if you're taking $500, $600, $700, $800 hits on your trades, that honestly makes me tweak. The thought of losing $500 in a trade, literally, geez Louise. Yeah, I probably trade with more size than them. And so do you guys who trade turtle suits. Such a big difference. And so if you trade turtle suits, you're trading in the land of the gods. Alright, so there we go. We're, as anticipated, back up into where we'd anticipate price to continue from. Still open for this to even moving higher again, doing one more sweep. Still open for that. But you're holding to come and take out this low, get down to the gap fill, in on the high. Can we get 20 likes? We got 19 for 19. Can we get 20? Is there one person who's not liked yet? Because that would give us a negative offset, and that'd be weird. Hey, whoa. 18, 20. There we go. Screw you who just left. Just because you can't handle the sauce. Too much. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's what I say. Can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. But what about my 2022 model? Get the fuck out of here. No, it was me. Thought I didn't like that yet. Oh. That was a bit fucking savage. Do you know? Anybody listening to the music? Or can I change it? We're going to mix it up. I'm going into a different stratosphere. A bit of Octave Lisner, Ways of the World. This will help you sit through price. If you want to listen to the same jams, you're more than welcome to. I can't broadcast it for copyright reasons, but if you go right to the top of the chat, you'll see a Spotify link. If you click on that, you'll listen to the same music. Magic. And if you go just one below that, you can grab my daily plans, which are currently 45 for 3 for accuracy. Ooh, hello. Completely free. Robin Hood. Tune. Absolute vibe got going on here. What do we say about people who enter inside of here? What do we call them? What are these people who enter in here? What are they called? What are they who enter inside of here? Twats. Twats. Those without a We need a word for TNS. Those without a those without a those without a turtle suit. Oosh! It's fucking meant to be. Those without a turtle suit, twats. Amen. Those without a turtle suit. So don't be a twat. Right? Yeah, I know twat's in there, but it's not for someone who enters in between X levels, is it? That's what we're going to campaign for. What is it actually in the dictionary as? What would they say? Like, it's a derogatory term defining someone who acts out of character. Something like that.
Hey, twat.
I love that word. Don't be a twat. Couldn't be more English. Such an English phrase. Stop being a twat, mate. Stop being a twat. There you go. So if you enter, basically what I'm saying is don't enter in between the X levels. If you're going to enter, you enter at the X levels. You find your PD rate at the X levels. Yes, ma'am. It's referring to female bits and pieces. Oh, does it really? Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? I guess it does have that meaning as well. I mean, I've never called it that. Baby, show me a twat. Doesn't quite have the same vibe, does it? I'll probably get punched in the face. It is a common insult referring to obnoxious or stupid person regardless of gender. Yes. Who doesn't enter at X levels, who enters in between them. Right? That's what we need. We need a little add-on. Trading without a turtle suit. Oh, shit. Keep doing that. It's driving me nuts. Trading without a turtle suit. I'm gonna have a song come out about it and everything. Twats by Red Pill Trading. I don't trade the 4 hour, Jen. I do not go near the 4 hour. Get used to it. 4 hours. I hate that chart. Absolute nonsense. But yes, Jen, yes, ma'am. But you would need it to come and violate the hourly low, which would be fucking late in this trade. So you might get that for PPI or CPI tomorrow. It'll be definitely worth keeping your eye on that for tomorrow, Jen. But for that to be validated, you'd need us to come and take out this low. You with me, Jen? Are we singing? Are we cooking? Okay, so there's your turtle suit. Let's have a look. You want it to come and then violate this candle. Which is going to then 50% of that candle. And then you're going to be looking inside of here for your continuation shorts. But I'm not using the 4 hour. Like I don't use the 4 hour. Like, you know, the rules are very simple. Everything you read inside of Red Pill, Jen, is being designed that way. It's not to be used on other time frames. Like everything that's in there is in there for a reason, right? So it's based off an H1. There is no H4. As soon as you start doing that, you're doing it wrong. That's not the model. The model is based off an hourly. It's an hourly model. It's not a 4-hour model. All right, so as soon as you start tweaking stuff or adding or changing, you'll fuck it up. Just use it as it said. If you just use it as it is, you'll be doing it right. It's the same as my 15-1 or H1 to M5. They're specific. It's the same as the mitigation model, mitigation 62. It's specific to the M1 or the 15 second. Don't use it on the 15 minute or the hourly. You're going to get fucked up. All right? If 2022 model, only use it on a 1 minute. Right? Don't go changing the time frames. There's a very valid reason for it as well, because as soon as you go up the time frames, you get more gray area. So all of my trading is based around lower time frame turtle suits into higher time frame POIs, right? So all of my models are based off this lower time frame. So as soon as you start going through into higher time frame and you're now trying to deploy the same model, it's not the same trade. It's not, there's so much gray area inside of here. It's not the same. So all of the models which are based off my turtle suit stem off the turtle suit, but they are entirely mechanical in their approach, and the time frames that they are taught on are to be utilized on those time frames, right? So we're almost there, guys. Who's still holding with me? Is anybody still holding? If I wasn't holding, I'll be off this stream, by the way. So back inside with discount, sensible place to pay yourself. But you're coming after this low, and then you're looking for a gap fill. Order. Yes, sir. If she wants, because of the context that we're in, CPI, PPI tomorrow, anticipating consolidation, potential for an inside day today if we go and gap fill and move back up into the highs. You have to allow it to do this. There's nothing stopping this coming back all the way up into here, and it's still not invalid. Right? However, we are fucking holding. Right? We're not bothered about all these little micro fluctuations. We're just utilizing the principles of X levels to manage our trade. All right? We've got our high. Boom. Yeet. We've got our high. Boom. Yeet. Holding. Yeet. Oosh. Oosh. If you didn't take this, you could have bounced this, as I mentioned. Back down to 50% of daily range. Sensible place. Sensible place. So our M5 low is 312. Which is there. So if you want my honest advice, your honest advice would be literally to have one of your positions taken off a tick underneath this low, and then you're going to hold for a gap. That's the only thing left for today to achieve. But given the context for today, we've got an entire fucking day to deliver to this gap fill. There is an entire day. Okay, it's got all day to do it. So if price is going to go on an absolute melt, beautiful. Okay, if you want to hold for here and then hold a run beyond that, that's entirely up to you. I'm not trading like that on December. I don't need to trade more than 200 points in a trade to be content. But if you are looking to come and take this high out, this low, sorry, you've got to, it can literally come back down, wick this low, come all the way back up here, fuck around for the rest of the day, and then go. And you've literally been in your trade like 5 hours, 10 hours. All right. So the choice, because we've got so long on this day, right? It's only what, 10:50, and we're anticipating consolidation ahead of CPI, PPI. However, we've got this wide open gap, right? So the sensible thing to do on a day like today is just pay yourself, right? And then just hold runners for your terminus, okay? Just so you don't get pie on your face. It's the sensible thing to do. When price is in a, you've got all the context for aggressive sell, i.e. we've got the volatility into the marketplace, yada, yada. Be my guest, do that. And of course, still hold runners beyond this if you want to, because we are still potentially have the option for a Tuesday low. Right, so basically a Tuesday lower week. In fact, no, it's definitely not going to be a Tuesday lower week. Yeah, it's just not going to be a Tuesday lower week. I cannot see that happening. I.e., we put in a low, and then on Wednesday we go rip out that high. If we do that, I'd be mega surprised. But we'll just have to see where we are going into tomorrow's PA. So I basically got one. So we're back at fair value on the hourly DR here. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to pay yourself. This is just all this is just a job of scaling out, and what for you constitutes what you're content with, right? These are all POIs en route to terminus, so it's entirely up to you how you want to manage it, and what you're content with. But if you got in at this high, we're in at, what was I in at, 60 something, 602, and you're all the way back down here at 521. That you've taken 80 points. Like, are you content with that, or are you content with that? Like, that's the question you ask yourself. Like, or do you want to have greed? Or do you want to take the lion's share off, hold your runner to terminus? Right? But always remember, stay humble. Okay, so if you're going to, and be acutely aware of the context that you're trading in. Right?
Posh.
There you go. So I've just taken another one off there. So I've just got another position for a gap fill, and then beyond that, it's just blood, isn't it? It's just fucking blood. You'd be literally going down for 309. So if you've read my daily plan, 371 is my daily objective, and then as extensions, given where we are. So 371. Which is an inefficiently delivered range, which is also going to get us into what was it? I can't remember now. Yeah, there's still this old high inside this Abyssy on the hourly, and then beyond that you've got a gap, the other gap. So if we go, which is all the way down at 310, which is a gap that ES has already filled. So if you go and look at ES, just flip ES to RTH, you can see it's already filled this gap here, right? So NQ hasn't filled that gap yet. This is the same gap. So this is your first gap, and then beyond that you've got this gap. So all you've got to decide is, pay yourself here, and then whether you're going to hold for extension. So those extensions for me are 371, and then a gap fill down at 310. So if we do get range today, that would be your extension target. It's starting to look quite heavy, if I'm honest with you. Yes, ma'am. Are you guys feasting, or are you feasting? So this is where you can get a pullback if price is going to only give us this gap today, right? If it doesn't want to give us the range because of the context, and the context is that we have CPI, PPI tomorrow. So if it doesn't want to give us a range, this is why it can come back out, right? So these three order blocks with this fair value gap is a high probability fair value gap, okay, which is right in here. Okay, so there's every chance this wants to go and move up into the high, but this is an objective complete, right? So if you study my discretionary trading approach, that is my discretionary trading approach. It's inside of the Red Pill Uni if you want to study it, right? So go and study this. It's exactly what we said was going to happen, right? Okay. So this is a high probability fair value gap. So if price does want to come back up into here, it can do that. So this can also be a scalp long out of this. If you also flipped your 15, it's my 3 wick pattern. and you're looking to long the wick. It's not a 3 dries, it's just a 3 wick pattern. However, I'm not interested in that because I'm macro bearish, looking to come get a gap fill. Keep melting, baby. Keep melting. Almost at target, guys. So this is our trade. You find me someone who's giving you a better entry. If you want to hold extension. It makes more sense for it to gap fill than bounce back into range, leaving the lows for tomorrow. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it can gap fill later on today, so it can pull us all the way back up into the range, and then there's a PM session run to the gap fill. If we're gonna have a tight consolidation day, right? Your main objective, if you're trading if you're trading the discretionary model, like that would be your terminus. You'd terminate and just be content. Like that is literally it, done. If you want to trade extension to a gap fill, that's entirely up to you. But this is literally what I'm saying, is price can pull back from here, chop around, and then gives us a PM session gap fill. Like it doesn't have to do it. It also doesn't have to gap fill today. This is basically back down at 50% the daily range, I think. No, not quite. I don't want what you got. Don't know what you want to do. Good stuff, Rambo. Take it easy, bud. Yeah, but that's over 100 points. Like that's 120 points. Like if you don't want to terminate a trade at 120 points mid-December, and that's not enough for you, plus the 80 odd points we took this morning, so that's 200 points called live this morning. Like if you're not content with that, I literally don't know what to say. You're a crackhead. Not forgetting the long, which was like another 50 points. 250 points called live today. That's pretty much the day's range, isn't it? I wasn't around for London, but if we include Jamal's trade this morning, we've traded the entire range, myself and Jamal. Jamal was trading the low this morning during London. Called price running back up into taking out this little high we had up here. Then we had our 8:30 sweep. And then we've called the very high. So we've actually traded the entire range today if you've been with RP the whole day. Such a good tune, this, by the way. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call the stream here today. I've been with you for a few hours this morning. I've got some stuff that I need to do. I've got to jump on a call in an hour. I need to prep for that as well. If you're holding for a gap fill, you're gonna have to sit through some shit. That's just me being honest with you. Or just terminate your trade here and be content. And you've literally just delivered one of my models, which is my discretionary model. I'm outheld the original runner all the way through past the original entry. Didn't add above 600 as I thought it could just keep souping the soup. And anyway, I had all at 615, 623. Yeah, a bit too high that 615, 23. If it had gone to 615, 23, I would have been that would have basically taken my runners out. I would never have entered up there. Reason being is that this is BPR, it's balanced price. Okay, so we're looking at so you utilize the X levels. This is also BPR on this higher time frame. X levels inside the Prem, X levels on the daily. What do we have inside here? Well, this is balanced price. So a SIBI, so this here, also this, with back and forth, this is balanced. This is all balanced. So if price is bearish, it has no reason to go through this and sweep this out. None whatsoever. It's balanced. So this is where I'm looking at my last OB below that balanced price range. I've spoken about this at length before inside RP. So utilizing this order block below the balanced price range to frame an entry off, well, it goes right into that. That's your entry. It's literally, guys, I can't give you a better entry. It's the fucking very high of the day. So yeah, just to pick on the point there, if it had gone through that, we're now working back through this. Like, you know, it's more likely to come and sweep out this liquidity, which would invalidate it, right? So yeah, I would not have been looking up there. Are we gonna get murdered? Okay, let me just hang on. Let me just see if we get this gap fill. Let me just see if I get this gap fill. I basically just got one contract left. But I'm just going to let it hold for... It either stops me out or it hits a gap. It's a runner. Lamb to slaughter. Beyond that, you're going for 371. And then beyond that, you're going for 310 today, guys. So don't be tied to bouncing. If anything, you're macro bearish. Looking to drive out these lows. But for me, there's nothing stopping this doing one more shakeout. Coming all the way back up here. Given the context. So it's up to you whether you want to hold for blood or whether you just want to rack it and bank it and just be content with your 130 odd points. I see so too high due BPR acting as backstop. Not sure I quite understand that, Joe, but yeah, if what I said made sense, that's cool. So make sure you're paying yourself. I often get these fucked up when I'm moving price around. All right, so there's your. I often go on the wick. There, so there's your fill. So there's your gap fill. Pay yourself. If you're holding from here, you are literally just trading.
Bosh!
You're literally just trading an extension. Okay, so there's my other account. All right, so that's gonna be it. I'm content. I'm done for today. Daily goals, well and truly annihilated. If you want to hold for an extension, if you've still got runners, 371 is your next target, and then you're going for 310. All right, guys. So I love and leave you. Take care. It was fun. I enjoyed it. We Bilbo bagged, and we'll do it all again next time. All right. See you later. Bosh.